Hacking HR communities. Let's see, it seems we are having some internet difficulties. All right, let's see if this works better because it looks like we're having some technical difficulties. But the idea today is to share all about hacking HR communities, what they are, and answer any questions that you may have. As I mentioned before, we will be having these open houses a couple of times per month. So make sure that you sign up for them, that you join, and that you share with all of your network and potential members and possible chapter and learning pod leads. So with that said, let me tell you what we are doing at Hacking HR. So first of all, we are having two types of communities. The first is chapters, which are geographically based. So that means that those are for people who thrive with connecting and networking in person. We are basing chapters per city or region. So if you are interested in meeting people in person that are close to you, that also care about human resources and that also care about building the future of HR, chapters are for you. Now, we already have quite a few chapters up and running. We have about 37 chapters up and running all over the world. We have, just off the top of my mind, we have chapters, of course, in different states across the US. We have a chapter in Canada. We have a chapter in Mexico. We have a chapter in Frankfurt. We have a chapter in Qatar, New Zealand, Barbados. So they are up and ready for you to join. Now, I will show you in a little bit how to find the entire list of chapters. And if you don't see one that is close to where you are and you're interested in maybe being a community leader and being part of this movement, I will show you also how to reach out to become a community leader. So let's recap. Chapters are based in a geographical area, right? So we are doing them by city or by region, depending on the country. Now, we also have learning pods, and learning pods are based around a specific topic. Learning pods are all virtual, so everything happens online. That means that you get to connect and network with a global community. And that's really what Hacking HR is. We are a global community. So if you're interested in a specific topic, if you're interested in connecting with people from all over the world, learning pods are for you. You can also join a chapter close to you and a learning pod. And again, I will show you in a little bit how to join the learning pods that we currently have, or if there is a topic that you feel we must be talking about, you are more than invited to lead a learning pod as well. Right? So let's see. Now, let me tell you that the reason back in the day, years ago, when Hacking HR was first, Hacking HR started, this is how it started, through chapters. And then COVID happened and we all went virtual. But what we've learned is that there is a very huge need for human connection. We all love AI. We use it every day, many of us. But there is a point where everything out there seems to be made by AI. There are not enough real conversations happening, and we want to change that. That's why we are relaunching the Hacking HR communities. And quickly, I just want to give a shout out to all of the community members that already signed up, that are already working with their own networks to create, to launch, and to start the chapters and the learning pods. Okay, so let's talk about what members actually get from these communities. This is not just about like passive participation or signing up and saying, "Oh, I am part of Hacking HR chapter or a learning pod." This is the opportunity to be part of thoughtful conversations, consistent learning, find trusted peers, and build spaces that respect their time and expertise. So participation matters, showing up matters. And over time, that consistency is what creates values. Um, if you look through the chapters that we currently have or the learning pods that we currently have, and you're like, I don't see a chapter close to me. I would love to be a chapter leader or a learning pod leader. Let's talk about what that means. So, community leadership at Hacking HR is not really just a volunteer opportunity. It's not something symbolic. We are building this whole community initiative as a win-win partnership. So what does that mean? It means that when you as a leader win, Hacking HR wins. And when Hacking HR wins, you win as well. So leaders are responsible for creating rhythm, protect quality, and hold space for others. Now, this requires time, attention, and presence. We estimate, and this is an estimate, of course, that it takes about 40 to 60 hours over a year to create a fully functioning community. Leaders grow alongside the community in visibility, credibility, network, and professional opportunities, while helping Hacking HR grow as a trusted global ecosystem. And like I mentioned before, this only works if it works for both sides. If there are any questions, I just want to mention this again. If you have any questions as you're watching this, please feel free to drop them in the comments and I will try to answer them as I go. And if I don't know the answer to your question, I will definitely find out. So, what we are building here at Hacking HR is something very, very, very meaningful. And we are trying to do this in a very intentional way. We are building our team, our amazing team is building a platform where all of the community members can join, can create discussion, can exchange knowledge, and have conversations. And that is all open to any chapter members or learning pod members. Now, you do not need to be you don't need to pay to be part of a Hacking HR community. We do invite you to create an account in the Hacking HR Lab, which is free. But of course, there are many, many more opportunities, learning opportunities and participation opportunities if you join Hacking HR. So let me show you very quickly. Let's see if we can share. Hi, somebody's joining from Fresno, California. Hello, welcome. Um, Let me see. I would love to share a short slide deck that I created so you can get an idea of what to expect. Awesome. Here we are. All right. So, as I mentioned before, we have two types of communities. One is global chapters. And what these are locally led communities. So, the chapter leaders are people who live in that community. And these are great for you to meet people in person, get to connect with other HR professionals and business leaders. I will show you in a little bit how to access our full list of current chapters. So remember, if you don't see a chapter in a city near you and you're interested in being a chapter leader, please reach out and I would love to talk to you. So we have chapters. First of all, as I mentioned, everything happens in person in our chapters. We also have learning pods, and learning pods are based around a specific topic. Learning pods are a little bit different in the sense that everything happens virtually. So you get to connect with people from all over the world, which is amazing. One of my favorite things about Hacking HR. And then last but not least, how to get involved and how to see what is available. So I put a little QR code there on the screen. You are more than welcome to scan it. And it will take you to our community page. And in our community page, you will find all of this information that I'm sharing and more. And you will also be able to see a list of our current chapters and our current learning pods. If you're interested in joining a chapter or a learning pod as a member, you're more than welcome to, you click the join chapter or join learning pod and you become a member. Or if you're interested in being a community leader, please reach out to me. My email is also there on the screen, bricia@hackinghr.io. Or if you go directly to the community page, again, the QR code that I'm sharing, you can complete an application. I will receive it and I will be in touch. So, as I mentioned, we are going to be having these open houses a couple of times every month. In the future, we will have some of our current community leaders joining me so they can share a little bit about their experiences. And let me look at the comments because we are almost done. Oh, I see people. Okay, so from California, Montreal. Oh, hello. Joining from New Delhi. Hi, Dubai. Hello. And Greater Philadelphia. Hey, Ethiopia. And I see one more, Senegal. Hi, welcome everybody. And thank you so much for being here with me today. This open house will be recorded. Now, I want to make sure that I answer all of the questions before I wrap up because I know you are all busy and have 100 things to do. So, if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. I will give it a couple minutes before I wrap up because I want to make sure I answer. If questions come up later after we're done for today, you can always reach out via email. All right. And let's see. Hi, Vicky. Hello from Serbia. Hi, joining from India. I love it. See, this is one of the things that I love about Hacking HR. Hacking HR brings together people from all over the world, right? And we live in such a connected world nowadays that this is exactly what we need. But we need to do all of this connection in a very real, very human way. And this is what the Hacking HR communities thrive to do. All right. I don't see any questions, but if you're wondering, where are the chapters right now and what learning pods are available, please scan the QR code that's on the screen. You can also send me an email or a message on LinkedIn. I'd be more than happy to share that information with you. If you're thinking, I want to be a community leader, what's in there for me. So Hacking HR will support you, first of all, with an upgrade, a membership upgrade. We will also support you with speaking opportunities, teaching opportunities to expand your brand, to expand your presence. And of course, we do have the operational support that we provide in the background as you are building your community. Oh, I see a question. It says here, can you share more about the formal structure of the chapters? Do these chapters need to be formal with officers, etc., or is the point mainly for connection? So there needs to be, of course, a chapter leader. There can be up to 3 co-leaders in each chapter. Some chapters have 1, 2, or 3. Now, the leaders or co-leaders of each of the chapters, they put together a calendar for the year. And we ask them to have about 3 to 4 gatherings per year, in person, of course. And the idea for these gatherings is not only to connect, which it is a big part of it, but also to understand the needs of the HR professionals and business leaders who are members of the chapters. So how can we build the future of HR, right? So what is it needed? Each region, each city is different. Each city has different needs. So how can we help and how can we support those needs in those cities? Right? The idea here is, yes, to connect, which is very important. Yes, to network, of course. We know that's very important, but also to continue learning, to continue upskilling, and to continue sharing the knowledge with others. So I hope, Andrea, that answers your question. If not, let me know. Let me see other questions that we have here. Joining from Nigeria, hello. Is it possible to hold some event for French-speaking countries? All right, so if you are in a French-speaking country, and that is, of course, the main language, yes, the events that you host can definitely, that you host in your chapter can definitely be in that language, of course, yeah. I am from Nepal, hello. I see another question. Hi, Bricia. How can HR professionals use AI without losing the human touch in people management? You know what? That is an excellent topic for a chapter or a learning part. We cannot deny AI is here. And if we're not using AI, we are already behind, right? But human HR, it's human. So we cannot completely replace what we do and our connections and how we communicate with other people with AI. We're still humans. We still need that real connection. So I would love to continue that conversation. Thank you so much for that question. Joining from Ethiopia, hi. All right. Are there any other questions before I jump off? Like I said, we will be having these open houses a couple of times per month. So please keep an eye out and join me and share with your network so we can answer all of the questions that come up. All right. I don't see any more questions. So I think it's time for me to sign off. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being interested in the Hacking HR communities. You know, we just started rebuilding this. We're building this very intentionally. And we would love to have you be part of the Hacking HR communities. We have amazing learning programs, amazing summits, amazing events. And this is the part that we were missing, the actual connection with each other. So again, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments, reach out, or check out our community page in Hacking HR. All right. With that said, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day or night, depending on where you're joining me from. And I will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye, everybody. Thank you.